Hello, I'm Sahil Salathia, and you're watching me on Filmy Beat. Like, share, and subscribe.
हाय गाइस दिस इज मोनिका and you're watching me on फिल्मी मीट गेस मैं आज आपको किससे मिलाने वाली हूँ वेल पौरशपुर के भानु से जी हाँ इनका नाम जैसा ही है उनका कैरेक्टर उससे भी ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है तो चलिए टाइम ज़ाया नहीं करते और सीधा उन्हीं से बात करते हैं सबसे पहले आज हमारे साथ है साहिल हाय साहिल वेलकम टू फिल्मी बीट
Thank you so much. How are you?
Great and congratulations your poster looks amazing what do you have to say about character Bhanu
Thank you, firstly, for the compliment. Very sweet. So, Bhanu is actually the Nritya Guru, but with lots of layers. So, when you'll watch the series, you'll know what he stands for, what he does, why he does, like there are lots of twists and turns. So it's not as simple as it sounds. Of course, like there's a lot of layering to the character, and that's what makes it so special for an actor like me to play it because. To perform, there's a lot of scope.
all right talking about your preparation about the character like how it was
The prep, obviously, everything that I do, I like to do a lot of homework. I'm that school of acting. So for this, like I'm not somebody who has a lot of poise. Like when I'm eating, I drop things. I sit like this. I'm yawning. Like I'm very random like that. So the baat karne ki tamiz hai. Like I have a lot of manners when I talk, but not like while sitting. I'm not proper. But when you're a dance teacher and when you are from that era, and so you are supposed to have a certain poise, the way you talk and the way your hands are. It has to be very graceful, but still masculine, still interesting. So lots of body language homework, I would say, and even लहजा बात करने का तरीका भी obviously you can't sound urban जैसे मैं अभी आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ I can't sound like that he'll अभी बोल पड़ेगा how are you can't sound like that you know what I mean so in this series I think there's a lot of detailing that we've taken care of and I would really like to believe and I'm very sure that it's absolutely as per the international standards when you'll watch it you'll probably come back and tell me that Sahil you were right it is right there.
all right and talking about Milind Soman how was it like working opposite him
He's wonderful. He's here right now. He's wonderful. I had a great time shooting with him, and I like you. I like that you said opposite him. So
Yeah.
you've probably seen a lot of done some homework, extra homework. But you'll have to see who am I opposite and what are the dynamics because ये show इतना interesting है ना. It's not like कि ये इनके साथ है, ये इसके साथ है, and ये हम एक story बना रहे हैं. इसमें genuinely dil se I'm telling you every episode you'll get a shocker and then but of course Milind and I have a lot of screen time together and very interesting characters and the way they are intertwined so it was great shooting with him he's excellent like everybody loves him he's so cool.
Right. Okay. And if we talk about gays and lesbians, we have seen this. It's coming from that era.
Right.
But अभी तक society में इनको accept नहीं किया गया. Whether I talk about transgender, same चीज़ें.
Right.
So what do you have to say? Because see, it's like hormones, and वो तब से हुई चीज़ें परंपरा आ रही है.
Yeah, but I think बहुत ही शर्म की बात है ना अगर 2020 and we still are boxing people as per their sexual preference or as per their romantic inclination, if I can say that, and even transgenders. So when you talk about a community, a community is not men, women. It's men, women, the third gender that's equally special. The gays, the lesbians, the fluid sexuality, the bisexuals, the transgenders, however you want to put it. The point is you have to understand a person as per at a humane level. There should be good people and there should be bad people. These things shouldn't matter. And I think the world has moved on and India also should move on. And I think that's another thing that's very interesting about this show. It's shot very aesthetically with a lot of respect and a lot of responsibility towards every community. Nobody would feel offended that, like in India, hum caricature bahut kar dete hain, like, yeah, you want to show an actor, show a druggie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to show a villain, just ऐसे बात करेगा, ऐसे बैठेगा. Like likewise, if you want to show a homosexual character or a transgender, they make. I know it's unfortunate, but too much stereotyping. Yeah, like in our series, when I say we have taken full responsibility and it's done very respectfully and it's as per the international norms. So you will see that it's shot so aesthetically and everybody is shown so beautifully. So I'm sure you've seen some clips already, of course. So I hope you feel the same because we have definitely taken care of that.
All right, so talking about this COVID time, how it was, like, shoot karna on set,
Yeah.
how risky it was.
Yeah, it was, but of course, again, lot of responsibility, lots of COVID checks, lots of mask wearing people. As actors, obviously, on set, we can't wear a mask when we are shooting. And even when we have a makeup, and for something like this, there's a very elaborate makeup and look, so still, mask on set, though, is not possible, but crew was always wearing a mask. In fact, fine bhi tha. जिसने मास्क नहीं पहना he will 1,000 रुपया कटेगा. So ये सब भी हमने किया था, and I think ये help भी किया. And every time in the morning when you go on set, there are temperature checks. So slightly, I would say it's slightly more difficult, right? Because obviously there's like an extra fear of COVID, because अगर किसी को भी COVID हो जाएगा, then पूरा sked move हो जाएगा, especially अगर actors को हो जाएगा, So वो थोड़ा सा stress होता है, but I think we did a commendable job. Everybody was very responsible, and we are here.
Okay, what was your reaction when you yourself saw the first poster?
I loved it. I loved it. I saw the teaser the first time and I was like, but I'll tell you, ये तो बहुत बाद की बात हो गई. As an actor and especially as a trained actor, I've gone to acting school, so I do it very from my heart. So when I'm on set now, on the 4th day, 5th day, या हफ्ते बाद, I know कि ये is it something good or is it going to be dabba? Yeah. Like, with Panipat, with POW, with Everest, I always knew that even if it does not become a blockbuster, it's a great product. With Paurashpur, in the first week, I knew that we are making a kick-ass product, and it is going to be a blockbuster because, but touch wood, like fingers crossed, because Alt in itself has a wonderful audience. They have a huge fan base, and even Z5 is on board, and I think they also have their own audience. And Ekta ma'am also, she's quite a genius. She knows how to get the right product in the right way, and I think so. I'm a huge admirer of, and this is the first time I'm working with her. Actually, I've never worked with her before. Yeah, so great project to work with her on, and so I feel very happy and fortunate.
Okay, what was the best compliment you have received for this one?
The best compliment is that, so in Panipat, I had long hair, dadi, so I looked very different. In this, I've gotten to hear this from a lot of people. You're looking so good. Your face is looking damn nice. because I look like myself, and there is a lot of physicality में homework है, obviously, but चेहरा हमने more or less same रखा है. चेहरे को change करने की कोशिश नहीं करी है with prosthetics or with too much hair. It was because we didn't want to make it look, again, caricaturish. We didn't want it to look ki bhai, it shouldn't look like a mytho, mythology ki. So it had to look very stylized, but very authentic at the same time. So I think I'm getting a lot of compliments on how I'm looking, but when you'll see the series, I hope the compliments would be about how I played it also. And it's a very different part to play, so I'm excited to hear what people say.
Does anyone tell you like you look like Khilji?
Oh, actually, no, but do you think so?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's also a compliment. I think Ranveer did a wonderful job as Khilji, and I love his work. So I think it's a compliment. Yeah.
All right. So what are your expectations now with Paurashpur?
My expectations with Paurashpur, to be very honest, without any playing with my words, I think we've all worked very hard. Everybody works hard, but we've tried to make something really out of the box, and I mean it when I say that. We've tried to make something which is very as per the international standard of filmmaking, of showing the characters, of lighting the set, of the little details. So I think it'll bring a new era, hopefully. It'll bring a new change in Indian entertainment, and people won't, see, I'll tell you, there was a trend in 2000, every film was shot in New York, Paris. Up there's a trend, every film or shows or series, they're shot in small towns. Yeah. बात करने का एक तरीका है, छोटे शहर की कहानी है. ये, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first period drama, you can call it, which is set in a different era, first time on Indian OTT. I understand there's a Crown, but that's British entertainment. Yeah. So India की तरफ से ये पहली बार इतना expensive and itna larger than life a series with a lot of twists and turns is coming, and I really hope everybody watches it, and I hope and I'm sure everybody would love it, because of course, like when I read the script, I knew that this was a kick-ass script. And but sometimes क्या होता है, आप script जो कागज पे होता है और जो transform होता है वो थोड़ा change हो जाता है. But in Paurashpur, I'm 500% sure it's even come out better. It's better than what I read on paper, because even our sets was done by Nitin Desai ji, like Nitin sir. He's a genius. Like, so he's really made Paurashpur come alive. The style, the costumes, everybody has a very authentic and a very particular look. हर एक का एक अपना look है, and I think very good actors, and hopefully including me. So I think it's a good amalgamation of all good things coming together.
Okay, so how was it working with the huge, like, दिग्गज हैं हमारे पास, हम देख सकते हैं, there is Anu Kapoor, there is Shilpa, there is Shai. So how was it like working with such a huge star cast?
It's great. Like Anuji is obviously such a legend, and I think everybody respects him so much. So do I. Shilpa is so wonderful. She's so sweet. Shilpa and I get along very well, and we have a lot of screen time together. So you'll see a lot of chemistry, which you've probably seen in the trailer, like a little bit. But when you watch the show, you'll know what I mean. And Shahir and I, you'll have to see what part do we have together. And I don't want to like reveal too much, but he's a wonderful boy, and we are both from Jammu. Actually, वो भी जम्मू से है. Once on set we were talking about it, so that's one common factor between Shahir and I. And उसके अलावा, like all actors, Paulami is wonderful, Anant is wonderful, Milind is wonderful. So yeah, very happy to be with them on this.
Okay, what is the takeaway from Paurashpur?
My takeaway is that sometimes you have to take, not for me, I'm not talking for myself, for in general, my observation, sometimes you have to raise the bar. You have to take those bigger chances. Not for me as an actor, it's a great part, but I'm talking about everybody. You have to make something as big as Paurashpur with, like you said, with so many topics that are sensitive, that have to be dealt with a lot of respect and a lot of, because you're representing communities, you're representing a lot of people, their sentiments. So I think we've done a great job. So my takeaway is that, you have to sometimes raise the bar to make kick-ass entertainment.
All right. Do you feel like any little bit nervous because since when we talk about the historical or gays or lesbian, so you know समाज में ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं जो criticize करते हैं, so criticism भी आता है, and usually controversies में trap हो जाते हैं when like something ऐसे कुछ बनता है तो, so do you fear कि ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है पौरशपुर को लेके भी?
To be honest, no. See, Abhi, people who will have closed minds, now I can't talk about them. You know, sometimes people, you eat an apple, they have an issue with that. You know, like sometimes that category I can't help. Like, well, nobody can help. But I think otherwise, like I said, it's 2020 and we are representing different communities. Even when you watch the series, no, you will see that there are a lot of different elements in the show. So it's not that we are making a series only on sexuality. It's not about that. It's not the entire series is not about that. Like how a person is. Like for example, if you talk about Ram, or Ram actually Bhagwan ka naam ho gaya, koi naraz na ho jaye. If you talk about Rajesh, Rajesh might work at a MNC. That's his job. Rajesh might be married to somebody. Rajesh might like tennis. These are different elements of his character. These are called the elements of your character sketch as a person. Sexuality is a part of it. It's not everything.
Right.
So likewise in this series also, sexuality of different characters. Now I can't reveal who's doing what, but it's a part of our character sketches, and it's been shown very beautifully, very aesthetically. I'm particularly very, very happy about it because in my head, I'm very artistic. I watch a lot of international cinema. I watch a lot of French cinema. So I understand good and bad, good aesthetics, bad aesthetics. And for me, as an actor or as a viewer, I think we've shot it very, very aesthetically. And it looks beautiful. And like I said, it's a part of our series. It's not everything. There are too many other things happening at the same time. So, but that's the idea, no? Sometimes you can't make it the soul of everything. Your sexuality can't be the soul of everything, right? You have to do work, you have to have some hobbies, you have to have friends. And likewise, I'm sure you have a lot of friends who are probably same-sex inclined, right? But then you're not like, oh, you are same-sex inclined, so you and I can do this. And with my other girlfriends or like my other guy friends, I can, no, it's a community. It's just a part of you. And that's what we've tried to show also in this series.
All right. So Christmas is coming. New Year is there. So what do you have to say about this? What are you are planning like this Christmas and New Year?
We are promoting the show. We are coming out on the 29th this month. So I think my Christmas and New Year's is going to be more about, it's going to be very Paurashpur driven. And I'm very excited about that. But for New Year's, I think mostly I might go to Dubai for like 2 nights because 29th we're coming out, so I might fly out on the 30th. If not Dubai, then I would like to go to Delhi to my family because my family is in Delhi right now. And uske alawa Christmas pe bhi, I think us dauran, if I'm not mistaken, we are promoting it. So yeah, so it's a Paurashpur Christmas and New Year's.
ओके फिर 2020 आपके लिए तो काफ़ी वर्किंग है लेकिन अगर मैं आपको पूछूं इफ़ यू लुक बैक लाइक एंटायर ईयर हाउ डू यू सी 2020?
I would say I started on a great note because I went to New York for the Fashion Week. I attended some wonderful shows and like I was you cannot say representing India, but like from India, you know, like a few actors had gone, so it was good. उसके बाद हो गया COVID. So you know, then हम सब उसके चपेटे में आ गए and then बहुत दुखी था मैं and सबकी तरह. And then आ गया Paurashpur. But Paurashpur is the, I would say it's been my sunlight in 2020. It's, you know, that ray of that sun just popped up and sun has risen. That happened. So I think for me 2020 would be, I know health-wise I would say it's been a little bit of an issue for everybody. Health-wise as in terms of your movement and talking to people, etc. But I would still call it a very special year for me, strictly because of Paurashpur. So it's still been a very, very special year.
Great. All right. So जाने से पहले what message you would like to give to your fans and the viewers who are watching you?
Please watch Paurashpur. We are coming out on the 29th and मैं दिल से कह रहा हूँ बहुत ही अलग शो है and अब आप बोलोगे सब बोलते हैं हमारा शो बहुत अलग है पर ये वाकई में बहुत अलग है and I'm very very sure that you will thoroughly enjoy it and give me your feedback once you watch it and be safe. Use your sanitizers, wear your mask and see you on the 29th.
All right. Thank you so much and all the best.